Hey, what's up, y'all? I gotta make sure I'm on point with what I'm doing here because I just spent a lot of time doing this and it did not record, and I feel bad about that. But I'm going to get really animated through this, and I know you guys are looking at this page like, oh wow, what the hell is going on here? Um, so yesterday I did this post about the collab, and during the process of this post, when I was writing it,
is their performance outsole, the dash of the
right, I was talking about the shoe, and I stated that the shoe sizes, that whatever is going on with the site when Allbirds and Staple got together to do this launch, whatever was going on with the site, none of the sizes were showing up when they launched the when they launched their first pieces of information. There was no build up to this Allbirds Staple Tree Dasher release. There was no build up. They jumped into LinkedIn. They dropped a couple of posts. So the first thing was the post that they did here on LinkedIn about 24 hours ago, one day ago, at about 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. They dropped this video, which was an interesting video. So I came back and I did my own analysis of it, a quick analysis, because I was like, yo, I didn't see anything about this because I hadn't seen anything about an Allbirds and Staple collaboration. I saw nothing. When I initially saw it, as I said in my article on the site, this was completely out of left field. It was just unexpected. Allbirds is not a part of streetwear or sneaker culture, and people in sneaker culture are not even aware of the company in many instances. As you guys know, I'm very aware of Allbirds because we launched a Kickstarter on the same day in 2014. I had the poor misfortune of doing that Kickstarter and being pushed off the front page because it wasn't Allbirds then, it was 3/7. It was such a big, really a big Kickstarter. So I have this kind of long understanding of 3/7 slash Allbirds that most people don't have. So I follow the company because when I talk to brands and people, I try to have as much information available as possible. So I hadn't seen anything about this. It showed up on LinkedIn a day ago. It also showed up on Facebook. But immediately when it showed up on Facebook, they posted this video yesterday at 8:59. Same video that they posted on LinkedIn. Almost immediately, when they posted it again yesterday at 9:01, a minute after they posted the initial video, comments started pouring in. And these are the comments from 3 hours ago. And you go all the way back to 22 hours ago. Laughing out loud, instantly gone. Kudos. People are like, kudos. I'm like, wait a minute. This was the comment that struck me. Allbirds, you don't need to spend money advertising it if it's that limited in stock availability. Allbirds has an audience. They're trying to cross over into a different demographic. They have to be trying to cross over into a different demographic because they've aligned with Jeff Staple, and they placed a pigeon on the Tree Dasher. And then you have these questions. Are you going to restock? Since they're all gone, could you pull the ad? Or are you going to continue to disappoint customers? I don't care what brand you are. You don't attempt to play in the waters of limited drops to drive engagement. That's not how you cross over into the streetwear, the casual marketplace. You simply don't do it that way. And what Allbirds is doing is they're playing a game. I don't know who's consulting them. I really don't. I don't understand where this came from or why this collab came about. But even on my YouTube, someone wrote me and was like, hey, Chris, they have sizes available on the Canadian website, but it's only a few sizes. I went to the Canadian website and RB26, he was like, yo, I got a pair 9.5. So I asked him, yo, do a video so I can see them, man, because nobody got any of these early. Nobody knew about this. And we're all sitting up here like, what is going on? How can they be sold out this quickly? The only things that sell out that fast, you have bots that are watching it, and those bots suck all of those drops up. But there are cook groups out here where no one knew about this drop. So there were no bots out here snatching all of these things up. I know that for a fact. What I think could be happening is someone has told them to play on this strategy of streetwear limited drops, push towards StockX to get hype built up. And now the articles are showing up on different sneaker websites. It's the wrong strategy. It's the wrong play. You don't alienate your core customer in this way and move everything towards the people who possibly bought the shoe. All right. And I'm going to give you guys a look into StockX. And I know somebody is probably like, well, what do you know about StockX? You're an analyst. You talk about. Nah, this is my account. You see my name over here, Christopher Burns. You see $1.8 million in 2 years. That's not me. I'll show you that anytime. Somebody just asked me how or why. I'll talk about it. I know how StockX works. Now, when you go to it, here's the strange thing. The ask are people who have the shoe, right? Who are willing to sell it. The prices range from $500 to $5,000. There's no way in hell a brand like Allbirds is going to walk into the resale arena and garner this type of price. It just doesn't happen. But here's what's even stranger. There are bids of $200 and $350 on an 11.5 and 200. The shoe costs $150 plus tax is probably $165. This $350 should be gone. I don't know what anybody's waiting for. I would have snatched that in a heartbeat to make $200 on a $150 shoe. After fees and all of that stuff, it would be $311.50. But you know, that's neither here or there. Only 2 pairs of shoes have sold. Only 2 pair. 2 pair. All right. And these are the sales. A $70 sale, a $450 sale. The only person who would have bought this shoe for $150 and sold it at $70 is the brand. It's the only way that thing would have been sold for $70. Was this a mistake? Maybe. But we're looking at 10:49 Pacific, time, well, Eastern Standard Time, which is going to be 10:49, 7:49. 7:49. So the first post goes up at 8:59. 7:49. Somebody on StockX buys one for $70. That sounds like somebody running a test purchase. And then the next sale happens today for $450. This sounds like someone who's trying to establish hype. They're either consulting with someone who gave them a really stupid ass game plan. I apologize for cursing, but this is what I do. I talk to people, I talk to companies, I talk to brands. This is how I make a living. I've never been able to speak to Allbirds. I don't know anybody inside of the company. There's no way in hell I would have told them to do this. There's no way I would have told them to not have a lead up to the release of the shoe and then to launch. There's almost no way that I would have told them to have this kind of lo-fi hip-hop thing when that's not their audience. It's just not authentic, man. And it's very problematic. The whole thing is problematic. Something's going on here. It's worth watching, it's worth looking at, and it's worth discussing. So if you guys want to talk about this and how strange this whole thing is, leave comments. Let's chat, because, man, it's just absurd. It's very absurd. It's very absurd. And I'm not sure how to look at this and analyze it without just saying someone did this the wrong way, and I can't imagine that it was Jeff Staple. No way. No way. I'll see you guys on the next one.